We just checking the audio to make sure that we're all set.
Awesome.
All right, thank you, Shelby. Okay, welcome to the Albany County Land Bank Board of Directors meeting. Today is Tuesday, October 21st, 2025. It is now 5:36 p.m. My name is Lynette Terrett. I'm the Director of Operations for the Albany County Land Bank, and I'm filling in for Sean McGuire, our Executive Director, who's away this week. Joining us from the board is Charles Toohey, our Chairman, David Rowley, Joe Seaman Graves, our Secretary, Natisha Alexander, our Treasurer, and Sam Wells, our Vice Chair. And joining us from the Land Bank is Lillian, our Operations Coordinator, Shelby, our Administrative Coordinator, and our newest member, Jason Chacoin, our New Development Specialist. So welcome, Jason.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Lynette. We called to order. We did that. Do we have any public comment? No public comment. Okay. So now we have the minutes of the previous meeting, September 23rd. Do I have a motion on the previous meeting? Second?
Second.
Okay, any additions, corrections, and changes to the minutes of September 23rd? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, minutes accepted. Okay. Review and approval of prior minutes, we did that. Executive Director's report, which is tab 4 in your book.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and report on behalf of Sean. First, we wanted to highlight a mission moment. So last month, the board approved a resolution to resolve unpaid property taxes that came with a property that we took back for deed in lieu of foreclosure on Elk Street. We were able to resolve that matter and remit payment for the past due property taxes. The owner sent us a positive email and posted a 5-star review on Google for us. I just wanted to read off what she said. Director Sean McGuire, so very helpful and very kind. My mother and I are grateful for him and the board of directors for everything they've done. May they continue to help others on their journey. Thank you, Sean and the board of directors, for your understanding and support. So we just wanted to highlight that really nice positive feedback that we received.
Nice.
Also, what I want to welcome Jason Chacoin again, who's in his 3rd week with the team. He's our new development specialist, and we want to just give him a minute or two just to introduce himself.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. Yeah, like Lynette said, my name is Jason. I am born and raised in East Greenbush, so I'm close by. Spent a lot of time in Albany as a kid, but the last 6 years I was working at the Community Loan Fund of the Capital Region down on Orange Street. And when I was there, I really fell in love with community development, gave me more of an appreciation for Albany and all of the nonprofits and organizations that do work here. And I became aware of the land bank during that time too. And I handled mostly grants and grant writing at state and federal level sources, and a lot of compliance and reporting when I was there too. And I was just really excited to come aboard the land bank. One of my goals was to, be more active and get my hands dirty, for lack of a better term. And it's been really exciting to learn about the projects, actually visiting, doing some site visits my first couple weeks here, and being able to write about, the properties that we're visiting. So it's a good opportunity for me to do good work for Albany. So thank you.
Thank you. Great. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Jason.
Thanks.
All right, so I'm just going to quickly go over real estate operations. In September, there were no property acquisitions. We did have one disposition, that was 114 Ontario Street in Cohoes. We've disposed of 16 properties year to date. Right now, we're wrapping up one active rehab project that we have at 79 Elizabeth Street. We're actually planning the open house for early November. That one recently passed the inspection from the city of Albany on Friday, so we're just waiting for the certificate of occupancy. Jason and I did a walkthrough yesterday, and we provided the contractor with a punch list, a very short punch list that they're working through. So we're really excited to get that one on the market and into the hands of a first-time home buyer.
Is that a one or a two family?
It's a one family. So
Okay.
there's 3 bedrooms, 1 den, 2.5 baths. It's a beautiful space, really nice and big. All right, so I'm going to quickly go over the stats here that Sean has. Total properties owned, 237. We have 11 that are pending sale, 30 for evaluation and process. That consists of 7 demos, 8 in-house rehabs, 8 possible lot infills at Youth Build at 360 Sheridan, and a couple of other lots that we had slated for possible partnership. We had 4 buildings for sale, 59 lots for sale. There are 10 that were in process to the board. We have ones listed as not available. 9 are pending with Habitat for Humanity. They're currently waiting their environmental review, with HCR, who's their funder. We have 22 banked, 77 are part of our co-development projects, 6 with title issues that we're working to resolve, and then we have 9 under option agreements.
How are you coming on the evaluation and process 30? I know we're trying to chip away at that slowly.
Yep, so that consists of 7 demos. So right now we're in the process of working through those demolitions.
Okay,
Yep, we have 8 that are potential in-house rehabs, so ones that we're going to do ourselves.
okay, that's 15 out of 30.
Yep, we have 8 that are possible lot infills, so they're available lots that potentially we can put new 1 or 2 family buildings on.
Mhm.
We have 5 that were slated for a development partnership at one point, so we're reaching out to those partners to determine if there's
Okay.
something still that we're going to do. One of them is that, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, you said the development partners. Does he mean the ones, the big ones that we're giving?
No,
or
not the
just
big ones. There are a couple of smaller ones. So one with like the South End, what was it, South End Improvement Corp, and another one. So we're just reaching out to figure out where we stand on
That's
those.
right.
And then we have the One Youth Build project that is 360 Sheridan.
Yeah.
And then there's 1 lot in the town of Clemens
Mhm.
that's like an industrial buffer that we can't do anything with.
Yeah.
So we've been trying to reach out to the town and see if we just want to go ahead and purchase it.
town,
We could transfer,
right?
yes.
Yeah, it's good. Go to the town and say, what would you like to do with this?
Exactly, because it's not buildable, we can't do anything with it, we're just paying insurance.
And we want to be good neighbors to the town, so that they, oh, we like working with the land bank, because they came to us and,
Exactly, so that's what we're thinking there.
Yep.
Okay, so those are our 30. All right, so I'm gonna quickly go through, some of our stats here. We have, let me see. All right, so we have here that total inventory is 238. I know I said we had 237 before. That 1 extra property is one that's currently under contract. It's a donation that the board approved a couple of months ago. So we're just waiting for that to come through. So then that reflects that 238 there. In terms of key performance indicators, what we use for like community engagement are the in-person office visits, which we had 15 last month. Number of total applications, we had 12 last month as well. And then our digital engagement, which involves like, how many people visit our website, are engaged with social media. So we keep track of all of those or all of that information to determine how effective we are with our messaging and the resources that we provide.
Do we know, so it looks like for the website in particular, like we had a spike in, is that April? And then it looks like it started going down. Do we know what attributed to that? And maybe we did something differently?
I don't know off the top of my head. Shelby, do you know what happened in April?
Isn't that around the time of 257 Second Street?
Yes, so that's when we were marketing 257 Second Street. So
Okay.
we got a spike in viewership because of that property. So we're hoping when we put 79 on the market, that should
Okay.
drive it as well. And what we're gonna do a little differently this time as well is that we're gonna put it on the New York State MLS.
Okay, good.
So that way you can blast it out to all the real estate agents. So we're gonna create a frenzy with this one, which is nice, so we can get more attention. Yeah, so we have our own marketing plans.
Which one was that?
79 Elizabeth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay. We can go to the next one.
Lynette,
Oh,
before we move
yes.
to the projects, has there been any update on just transferring of any current properties from the city over?
Yeah, so that's actually taking place within the next 2 weeks or so. So we're good there. And then in December is when MDG will be closing on the financing for the South End Development Project. So all of those properties will be transferred at that time.
So how many properties are we looking at taking in?
So we have, I believe it was 16 lots from the city. And then again, those will be transferred in combination with the other lots that we have slated for the South End Development Project.
And those 16 lots were just foreclosed lots?
Well, those are ones that were transferred to us from the city or will be transferred by the city. So I don't know if they're foreclosed or.
The stuff like the housing authority had?
I'm not sure. The city doesn't do foreclosures, the county, so I don't know how the city came to
I've
own
been
them.
counting this whole time. But
Oh,
now that we're talking city, yeah, sorry.
Well, I'm glad we are talking city, but
The 65 that are up there, right, those that came to the land bank through the county tax
Yes.
foreclosure. The city's chipping in our 16, how we came to own those 16, I don't know.
But you were just talking about the regular acquisitions that we get from Albany
Well,
County in general.
Good to know we're getting another 16 on top of that, but yeah, the regular.
Yeah, so that we're still waiting. We believe we're gonna get some before the end of the year, but I know they have
famous
to.
list. Right?
Mhm.
Have we actually seen a
We've
list?
actually seen a list, but we have to work through that list with them.
Yeah.
But we do, I know they said they had to complete 2 auctions before we could actually receive any properties after that. But there might be some that they can give us before the auctions. We don't know. We're still talking about that.
Do we know how many times a property has to go to the auction and not be sold before we're gonna get it now?
Twice.
Okay.
I know this list is hypothetical till it's real, but have we started to assess if there's going to be any stabilization needed on any potential properties coming our way?
We haven't gotten that far yet with that list. We're just, right now, we're just looking to see which ones would make sense strategically to obtain based on our current inventory. But still, it's kind of up in the air. It hasn't been like solidified that this is the list you're going to get.
Okay.
What I
Trust me, we will. Yes.
I believe the county's doing all online auctions too. So when the county, posts those, we'll be able to all look at them just like anybody else and,
Yeah, and
see what's
potentially,
out there.
Yeah, we could bid on some of them too. So
Right.
that's something to think about. Did you have any other questions, Joe?
Always.
Well, of course, the goal is, the big picture here is if we go pure auction, we're gonna shoot ourselves in the foot in the
Right.
county. This is exactly why we exist, because these auctions yield investors, speculators, blight. And so there's gotta be some doohickey way to get us to bid, to match the bid of the evil guy and get the property instead of they do, We can't just lie down and let the auction process rip us apart.
I assume Lynette and our great legal team have been.
Well, that's right. I'd say it's a Chinese fire drill over there, all over the country probably, but certainly in the state. But ideas have been floated like a fund maybe, where we would pay a certain amount and then it would revolve back into the county, where we would bid something for the taxes or something, but not so we wouldn't end up paying, but there would be a revolving fund, so that we could head off the speculators.
Is that any traction on that, or is that just?
No, I'm not a legal expert.
Can we go back to 79 for a second?
Yes.
Because you mentioned you're gonna put a New York State MLS. What's gonna be the criteria for that, right? Because I know when we've done houses with our grant funds, there's certain criteria. And since you're gonna put on a New York State MLS, that means it's gonna get more exposure. But I'm just trying to figure out what the criteria would be so that we know who would actually qualify. Like, does it make sense to put on a New York State MLS if?
Well, we would also reflect that it's for first-time home buyers. They would have to be approved through, the applications would have to be approved, and then they'd have to go through a lottery process.
Okay.
So we would reflect that right out the gate so that people understand that when they come and see it, these are this is a procedure that they have to go through in order to even qualify for it. That way we don't end up with just, everyone trying to purchase the property. We want to make sure that it goes to first-time home buyers, and especially ones who live in the area already. So, there's a lot that we can do to help kind of whittle that down. Yeah, so we're really mindful about that. Like, as a team, we're very mission focused, and we want to make sure that these homes go to first-time home buyers who live in the area, who plan to work, live, and play in Albany.
Are there any income limits?
With this one, I'm not sure what the income limits are, but I can get that info for you. Do you have any other questions?
Nope.
Okay, awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and go over some of our development projects, just provide you with updates. So the South End Development Cluster, this was the one that I mentioned that we had the 16 lots from the city. Hopefully those will be transferred before the end of the month. This is a development project with MBG, which will result in 166 units of affordable housing, which includes apartments and 10 townhouses. The anticipated construction, actually shovels in the ground, would be spring 2026. And this is in, obviously in partnership with the City of Albany and Habitat. So, we're really looking forward to this. We've already received all local approvals, and we're in the financing phase. We're expected to close in late 2025. Does anyone have any questions? Okay, so this one is our Clinton Avenue and Henry Johnson project. This one is at a little bit of a standstill because right now potential developers reviewing the project to determine if they can take it over from home leasing. This one we've already, all municipal approvals have been granted. So right now we're just kind of stuck waiting to determine whether or not that developer wants to take that on. For this project, it's supposed to result in 60 units of affordable housing. So it would be 38 apartments, 5 two-family townhouses, 4 three-family townhouses, and then 5 minor projects to rehab some existing structures. So we're hoping that this, the new developer, whoever that may be, can take over and hit the ground running with this. Yes.
A couple questions on that. Is the in the notes here talks about the DEC brownfield easement that only allows for commercial.
Mm-hmm.
Where is that easement located? Is it in the area where the building was demolished, or is this a different?
No, I think it's I don't think it has anything to do with where the mural was. Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's in that area. I'm not sure where though, but I don't believe it's that corner lot there. But I can also get that an answer for you, Joe.
And then I guess that given that they're looking to do residential development where only commercials allowed, was the original approval for commercial, they're looking to change that, or was it approved for residential and we're just working through title issues now?
That I don't have the answer for you.
Okay.
All right, and then the next one is the Ontario and West Street project. This one is in partnership with Regan Development. This will result in 76 units of affordable apartments, a daycare, retail space, and a community center or hub. All local approvals have been received. Right now, I believe it's pending the low-income housing tax credit application process. So we're just waiting. That was recently submitted in September. But again, this one is ongoing, and we're really excited about this one too.
Is this the Patrick Truth?
No, we actually purchased another property. So this is 130 Ontario Street, 134 and 154.
Oh, okay.
Residence Drive,
Okay,
which
Yeah,
wasn't connected to begin with. So
okay.
we're just glad that he's doing that corner.
Mhm.
This is doing this corner.
Yeah, so it definitely has nothing to do with that other project. That's a private project by another developer. But this one consists of 130 Ontario Street, 134 West Street, and 154 West Street.
Is there any concern? I've never permitted in Albany. I guess I can talk to the people who have, but getting 2024 approvals, then we just I know how long the development process takes after you get your local approvals. Are we on good terms with the city in terms of just extending those if need be?
Absolutely. I mean, the city's been very supportive of this project, so I don't anticipate any problems with that.
The developer did the Equinox building up the street. So the developer and the city know each other.
And the cities historically just, okay, extending. I know some cities don't like extending permits regardless.
As long as the project doesn't substantially or materially change, generally, yeah. I mean, it won't, be allowed to extend forever, of course, but
Yeah.
yeah, generally, as long as it, there aren't material changes, you'll get time.
All right, the next one is our Flip the Block program. That's one that we're working on ourselves. This one is, we're gonna be developing 27 units of affordable homes. That's gonna consist of 10 two-family homes and 7 single-family homes. Now, we already have one that was completed that's currently under contract with a first-time home buyer, and that one's slated to close in November of 2025.
That's a 257 Second Street.
Yep, that's 257 Second Street. Now, the Flip the Block properties are all along First and Second Streets between Lexington and Henry Johnson Boulevard. Right now, we're working on the demolitions within that project area. So we're completing our environmental review, including the state historic preservation, and then city planning board applications are being drafted for submission as well. So we're really looking to get a jump on this project. We're really excited about it. Okay, and then we also have our 360 Sheridan Avenue project. That's our youth build. Now this one, the permit had expired for this one, so the city requested new stamped plans. But because the architect who designed the original plans passed away, they had to go to TAP to help update them. So they're working on those updates now, and they are also trying to bring them up to the new codes as well. So in the meantime, they're allowed to continue just closing off the building, so putting siding and doing all of that like sealant work.
I got word that Home Depot has contacted SEAT and they want to jump in and help too. So we got MLB, yeah, let's see, do we have MLB? Do we still have MLB? No. Well, MLB was this big contractor that was originally helping youth build, but I was talking to Jennifer Lawrence about it. And, Jennifer, is that the right name? No, that's the movie star.
Same name.
It is the same name.
Same
Okay.
name. I don't know. I've had the same. It's happened to me multiple couple times too.
Okay.
Circles you run in.
Everybody knows Charlie.
I like them both.
They have I know there's delayed any relative ETA.
No, not at this time, unfortunately. But I mean, they are working. They're still doing everything that they can while they wait for the permit to be renewed. Does anybody have any questions about any of the development projects? And I went through
Well, it's
pretty
just nice
quickly.
to know we finally got our handle on everything and we understand what's going on and what moves we need to make or what they need to make. So we're up to speed on everything, which is great. I think it's nice that 360 Sheridan is taking, of course, too long, but it's been safe. It hasn't been vandalized. There's a homeowner next door that's very picky, the one that has the house that looks like a one-story trailer, but so I mean, the site is secure, and I think that's a wonderful testament that people know, don't mess with that, I'm sorry I brought that up because maybe something bad will happen tomorrow or Halloween's going on.
Yeah, knock on wood, right?
Oh, no.
Well, we know who to blame.
All right, so I think next are the committee reports.
Okay.
So that's tab 5.
Okay, executive committee, tab 5, okay.
And I can briefly run down this one.
We don't need to do anything, right? We just look at it. You did get this ahead of time by email. So these are the minutes and they've been already accepted, right? Or do we need to accept them at this meeting as well?
I don't know, do we have
No,
to?
these are only,
Okay,
Yeah,
perfect. So
and this is just FYI. Okay, so FYI, executive committee, right? And then tab 6 is real estate minutes. New dispositions. Well, we'll be acting on those. Okay, so this is the raw material for the resolutions that are coming at the end of the meeting.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And tab 7.
Tab 7 is the Finance Committee, okay? Once again, it's helpful to have, so when we do the resolutions and we have a question, we can go back to the tab. Okay? And now, we're coming to our resolutions. Okay, we reviewed all 3 new committees. This is our new committee structure. We had great attendance, everything was good, lively discussion.
Yes.
Yeah, good. Okay, so new business is to consider resolution 34, authorizing the sale of real property, which is tab 8. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
A second.
Okay, any discussion of tab 8? Oh, the tab 8 is not. Let's see, the disposition of these properties.
And then like, for, on tab 8, at the end where it says schedule a list of properties, it also shows the 4 that were approved, the applicant number, the price, and what was agreed in terms of like the conditions.
This is just that schedule.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is a list of properties, and what, I didn't quite hear you, did you?
Yeah, so those are the list of properties that the committee approved, sale of. So it includes the applicant's number, the price that it was, that we approved, and then, the conditions for the contract.
Okay. Any questions on any of that? Okay, all those in favor of this disposition signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, resolution passed. 6B, which is consider resolution 35, approving the 2026 annual budget, tab 9. If anybody want to say anything about the budget? Probably highway. We did this we would have done that in the finance committee.
Yes.
Are we actually voting on this or is this just an FYI today?
No, I think it's
We're
the
voting on it?
resolution on the annual budget.
Okay.
The annual budget is Schedule A.
Right.
Am I right?
Yes, and it was, Sean did go over it during the finance committee meeting.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we discussed the annual budget in the finance committee. So we're asking you to vote on something that's been looked at by committee members of the board. So this isn't just staff, and finance committee approved it. Am I right? Leticia?
Yes.
The same approach as last year with the budget in terms of a 5-year wind down look.
Well, the accountants make you do that, right? The 5-year wind down.
I'm not in the finance committee, I don't know,
Yeah.
educate me.
No, I'm just saying, you always have to have this, in fact, and that's really all that's here for this thing, right? Which is really meaningless, because you're required to do it for the accountants, but we're not planning to go out of business. We're pretty solvent, we have quite a bit of cash, and, we want to stay in business.
Yeah, I think it started originally, I remember, because we were worried at one point about, in land banks, we were the second grouping of land banks in New York State, and there's all the state funding for land banks to start up, and
Yeah.
we were worried about, all right, how is this going to be sustainable once these grants dry up?
That's right.
So we had those 5-year projections
Yeah.
worked up starting then,
Yeah.
just as a, scenario planning,
Yeah,
essentially.
and since then, I think
Okay.
we've actually gotten in the executive budget, right?
Yes.
So that the land banks. do get-
Consistently.
Yes,
Yeah,
consistently.
so that now we have certain amount of state money to help us keep the doors open,
Right,
right? So we're not bleeding totally.
right.
And, yeah. And really, even though we're upset with not getting properties, all the other land banks are in worse shape than we are because they just don't have the cash that we had from
Mhm.
5 years and 1,000 properties later, including high value properties in the county,
Mhm.
which helped us. So we're in good shape, and now we're just searching for a new purpose and how to be effective and looking under every rock. That's what we're
Yep.
doing, really.
Kept it as a useful exercise still, just to see what, future years may possibly hold, and
Mhm.
go back and look at how those
Well,
expectations
yeah, and I
lived
think
up to expectations or not,
It's forcing us to look micro and creative,
right?
which is kind of interesting, because if you look close enough, you can find a lot of light that you could shake loose,
It's how we sort of got started with some of those development clusters because we realized, I needed to diversify our income streams,
That's right.
right? So the Ontario West Street cluster, right? That's why we have the equity stake in that project. There's a little bit of income, that'll trickle to us over the years as a partner for helping to develop it, put it together.
As it should be,
Right.
because we did them a favor by running interference with the neighborhood,
Right.
right?
Well, doing community engagement, yeah.
Yeah, right, exactly. Okay, anybody, any more? Okay, can I call for the vote over annual budget? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained. Isn't, budget passed? That would be resolution 35, and then 36 is confirming committee appointments. All of us, channel 10. Number 10, tab 10. Let's see, how are our committee appointments looking like?
I'm sorry, I missed the first and second for the prior resolution. I don't know.
The
if we got
budget?
one.
Did we do a first and
I think
second?
we did.
So moved?
Second.
Thank you.
I thought we just did.
Well,
No.
we took a vote on it, but there's no first and second. There's no initial
Oh,
motion
geez,
made.
okay,
We have it
got
now.
Now we have it.
All in order?
Uh-huh.
Signify by saying aye?
Aye.
Okay, opposed, no. Great. Resolution of committee appointments.
Our secretary wasn't paying attention there.
Okay, do I have a motion to discuss the committee appointments? Motion,
So moved.
second?
I'll second.
Okay, any additions, corrections, or changes to this little chart of everybody being involved with this board? All right, everybody's got a little something to do.
Yes.
I thought we were moving towards viewer committees. I didn't realize you guys are still on so many.
Well, some of them don't meet all the time.
Right.
That's the whole point.
You looking to do more, Joe?
And so,
It's the same amount of time I'm giving, where just there's two
True.
names now
Yeah.
instead of 3.
yeah.
Like it's still an hour and
Right.
a half, so I'm good.
And part of this resolution also, Charlie, is just establishing the new committees, the new real estate committee, and
Yep.
confirming the members of the finance committee.
Yeah, I'm going with the ED director, his idea of the way he wants to reorganize it. Okay, let's do it. As long as we board members are still consulted and asked about things and fewer meetings are okay with us, but, we still want to stay involved.
Yeah, it's still the same amount of time. The other day, I was like, we've been on this
I
for
think it was
2
long,
hours.
it was longer, less.
Okay,
Yep.
call the vote. All those in favor of the resolution for the.
Do you
tier
need a motion
committee?
first?
Oh.
Yeah, we already did that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we get it.
Okay, I'm making sure, I'm just making sure.
I'm trying to get it.
Thank you.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, resolution passed. We got old business.
There's
No old business, just old people.
I do have one question. We don't have any updates from the county on adding a 9th board member, do we?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Is that a vacancy?
Yeah, we've had a vacancy for a while now, I think.
Because
we only have 8, there's only 8.
We tried
We can have
to
9,
go to Waterville, to Charles Petroselli
right?
and Gil Ethier, or whoever he's representing, because we don't have anybody from Cohoes, and Waterville would be nice. We had Joe,
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
he just hasn't followed through, And I thought it would be a problem having 8 people on the board, but so far so good. So luckily, we're not sweating bricks about it, but we haven't forgotten about it. We want to be 9.
yeah,
Should be.
yeah.
Mhm.
And someone from the northern part of the county would be great to
Yeah,
have.
that'd be
Yeah.
great. I can't understand why you wouldn't want to push it, to say, I got somebody in the land bank from Waterville.
Right. Well,
So we will gently, politically do the navigation,
right.
or whatever it is,
Well, anyways, that was the only question
Okay,
I had, so.
all right. Do we have a motion, any more discussion about anything on anybody's mind? Okay, all those in favor of adjournment?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Oh, wow. All right. All those in favor, signify by saying, we're out of here.
We're out of here.
Bye. Live TV, who are these people?